What happens if you accept absolutely everything as a food delivery driver? I mean, the gig's simple, right? They send you a request, you take it, pick up, drop off, you get paid. Well, I've been doing this stuff since 2015, and for the next couple of hours, I'm about to do something for you. Just that, accepting absolutely everything on Uber Eats. Why? To teach you a lesson. And the lesson is to hopefully use some strategy when you're using any of these gig apps to maximize your pay, because if you don't, if you just go online and take anything, usually it's not going to go well for you. In fact, comment down below. I'm going to drive for, let's say, 2 hours. 2 hour sample size. How bad is it going to be per hour? Accepting absolutely everything. Oh my goodness. And as soon as I went on, I'm not cheating. I did not cheat. The first request that I got, wow, $21.07. It's 13.2 miles, but it's 44 minutes for the quoted run here. It's 4 stops, which is the worst scenario of batch runs. I mean, 1 restaurant, but 2 customers isn't as bad as 2 restaurants, 2 customers, more parking, more possible delays. And I gotta go way up north, 44 minutes quoted time. Yeah, I'm gonna be way out of the zone, at least the zone that I'm familiar with. So let's see here, let's do it. Okay, something really good. The first restaurant that I've actually had to wait at most times was instantly ready. It was ready when I got there, which is excellent. Now this next one, there's like no parking here, so I'm gonna stop. It was ready. It was ready when I got there, which is insane. So transit time, I got this long. It says about 13 minutes right now. So what, 13, I'm gonna assume maybe 13 minutes to the next one or so. I think I might get away with this one. I don't think it's gonna be 44 minutes. Knock on wood, please don't jinx me after I just said that. But yeah, if you didn't know, what we teach you here is, I mean, a lot. It's positioning, it's knowing the restaurants, which ones are better than others, the dollars to mile ratio, how much am I getting paid for the miles driven, the dollars to time ratio, how much am I getting paid and how long is it really gonna take? Because I don't want you to waste your time. So I'm gonna make this tough left on a Butler Street, and I'll see you in a bit. First delivery done, and I gotta tell you, I like how easy food delivery is. I mean, if you want something that's chill, you can be on your own, you can do your thing. I mean, along with other side hustles, right? That's what I teach you here on the channel, but I don't know, there's something about food delivery. Well, it's like 25 degrees outside, so it's a cold food delivery shift here in Pittsburgh. So, okay, how much longer do we got to our next destination? We're trying to beat 44 minutes, so 14 minutes. Let me ask you this question. Why would someone need to verify that the delivery or like the ride for rideshare, why would someone need to verify that? So comment down below, why would someone indeed need a PIN? Now I've heard if there's problems on their account, if there's like claims they didn't get their food, if it's legit or not, I'm just saying, but that could sometimes trigger a PIN being needed. Maybe if there's payment issues on their account in the past, but let me know. So 14 minutes to our second drop off, then I'm staying up here, just accepting whatever we get after this. And delivery complete, pretty seamless. I mean, the guy met me outside, it's freezing out, but met me out there, gave me the PIN, and we're good to go. So comment down below why you think you need a PIN. And pretty immediately, even though I'm in a zone I don't typically, I've driven out here before, but not really, you know, focused out here, certainly. I already got my next request. So $9.03 for 9.2 miles. So $1 per mile, basically. And it says it's gonna take 32 minutes. So now here's the thing. Here's the honest truth of it, because I've driven with friends who are in more, you know, suburban or rural areas, I should say, outside the city. If you're in a suburban area, a more rural area, it's gonna be longer in between the usually pickup and drop off. I mean, you can try to keep that tighter, but it's just the way of the landscape, it's more spread out. This one's Chick-fil-A. I haven't done a lot of Chick-fil-A. Comment down below, what's like your favorite pickup spot or like your least favorite? I feel like they're on the ball, and the ones that I was used to had designated pickup spots. So I'm assuming there's gonna be separate parking spots, and then the way I did it in the past is you actually text them that you're there, and then they'll come out and give it to you. So we'll see. So let me tell you something that you'll absolutely have as a food delivery driver. It doesn't matter the app that you're driving for. So the strategy is to eliminate ambiguity and make as much money as possible, right? So ambiguity, aka like unknowns, specifically talking about problems. So the wait time is one of them. I'm telling you folks, I've been doing this for years. So you have to know the restaurants. So that Chick-fil-A, I mean, I told you I'm not up here a lot. So you'll learn, like that Chick-fil-A had me waiting at least 15 minutes. And I had a staff member come over like, oh, hey, what order are you waiting on? Because I was noticeably waiting for a long time. Because imagine if you're driving in these suburban zones, these more rural zones, and I told you it's going to be a longer trip anyway. So imagine like, you're not driving 4 minutes to the restaurant, you're driving 7 minutes, 8 minutes to the restaurant. So tack on a 15-minute wait if you make the wrong choice and you don't know the restaurant or happenstance, you're waiting. So then a longer drive to the customer, you can see how that really adds up. One thing that I did do that is best practice in my opinion is I did text the customer after like 10 minutes or so to say, hey, I'm still waiting at the restaurant. All right, I really don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. $15.04 for 19.8 miles, 41 minutes, but but the saving grace is it's finishing in the north side, so it's bringing me back into Pittsburgh. So, $15 for 19 miles, but I have to accept everything. It's been fun so far. Hopefully you're learning something. Again, we're doing this for a reason. The reason is not strategy. Well, it's hopefully to learn strategy, but nice and painful. Let's do it. All right, so done. And how bad was it? What's the damage? No well, the only strategy I should say is accepting absolutely everything. Let's take a look. So this afternoon shift on a Monday, 12:15 p.m. until 2:45 p.m. The gross revenue, $45.14. I mean, $18.06 gross revenue per hour. That's not awful, but I'm telling you, well, actually, we'll see a metric here a little bit later on that's going to tell a little bit more of the story. So 4 deliveries, 4 tips received, $5.23 average tip. And I've been seeing this, more tips on food delivery, just some food, awful pun, food for thought versus a recent rideshare week that I did that I got like, 15% customer tips. So food delivery, those customers continue to tip more. So the business miles, 41.8. So this is the metric I'm talking about. So only $1.08 paid out per mile. So going back to that dollars to mile ratio, how much am I getting paid for the miles driven? That pay per mile is a measure of business and vehicle efficiency. So you're not driving around like, yes, you're cash flowing, but it's more wear and tear on that vehicle. And then for those business miles, I get a tax deduction of $26.13. Now that's taking the optional IRS standard mileage deduction for business miles for the end of 2022, 62.5 cents per business mile. So what did we learn here? It's a small sample size, right? It's just one marketplace, just a couple of hours here. I am very, very confident. I can almost guarantee you're going to have a better margin keeping it in the busiest areas of your marketplace versus those suburban and rural zones. But again, if you're in those zones, you're going to have probably more miles as well. So you really do need to be careful with what you're accepting. But listen, there's a lot more best practices of how to actually maximize your income on food delivery platforms. Check out our Mastering Delivery course. It's linked down below if you just want to fast track one video to teach you the best practices. You can also click or tap the screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.